Hey, how y'all doing? I don't know how you feel, but right now it just feels like times are a little bit tougher than normal. Right? It feels like things are uncertain, maybe the economy feels like it's fragile, the jobs market's really tough, right? But if you stay with me in this video, I'm going to give you a framework of how you could push through the hard times, keep hope alive, and actually start to build a better future. So I definitely think that times are tough right now. I mean, I just saw something in the news, in my local news, the local paper, that there's a business that two brothers started a petrol station in my town, and it grew into this massive business, like it's doing, billions in terms of turnover. So it's a huge business. And I just saw in the local paper that they're shutting and moving this business to America. Right, and I don't want to get political or anything, because I do think that some of the hard times needed to happen in the UK. Successive governments have been borrowing, and we've all been doing that to some extent. I even know I've been doing this myself. So there needs to be some hard times, right? But this is just a reality, and things seem uncertain. The jobs market is absolutely terrible at the minute. I saw some statistics that the amount of jobs that are actually, companies that are looking to hire people is just absolutely plummeted. Right, I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but that's just, how it is. I mean, I'm a small business owner myself. I wouldn't even, right now is not the time to hire people. So I know it's tough. I've actually got a friend who's looking for a job. It's super uncertain. And even myself as a small business, I'm seeing difficult times in terms of purchases, work, all that kind of thing, right? So anyway, I don't want to be negative, right? Because I'm an optimist. But so the thing is, life is pretty much like seasons. You think we've got 4 seasons. What have we got? Spring, summer, autumn, or as Americans call it, fall, and then winter. So here's the thing, winter always comes after the fall or after the autumn, right? And you could say in tough times, if times are hard, it might feel like winter, like cold, hard, slow, right? But the thing to remember is winter doesn't last forever, This is what Jim Rohn always talks about. Spring always comes after winter, right? And this is the thing to remember, that even if there are hard times, they don't last forever, right? So if we're in that period where we do have hard times, here's 4 things that you need to remember. Today, those difficult days, right, it's just a day. It's like that season, it's like that winter, it's just a chapter in your life. It's not the whole story. The second thing to remember is you always want to focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. And the reason for that is because it's not saying that if you just focus on what you can control can get you out of that sticky situation. It's the fact that focusing on things that you can't control definitely will not help. So you might as well focus on what you can control and slowly but surely dig yourself out. The third thing to remember is that hard times never last. You've seen better times, there's been good times, and there are hard times. Just remember that spring always follows winter. It's like seasons. And recently I watched something that Jordan Peterson said in a video. It was something like, if you're suffering terribly, right, there's probably 2 possibilities. One of those possibilities is that maybe, the world is against you and that it is injustice, right? Maybe that is true, because that's life, things can happen, bad things can sometimes happen to nice people or to good people. But the other possibility is maybe you're suffering because you're not all that you could be. You're not quite the person that you could be, and you could be doing more. That might sound hard truth, and it might be hard to understand that you might be the cause of your own suffering, but the other side to it is to look that there's an opportunity there. You can make some changes. You can make some growth, right? You can grow. You can change it. If you're not all you could be, you can make a change. How do we get through the tough times then? What things can we do? What we need to do is enforce some discipline. And there are 4 key techniques to discipline that I would recommend. The first one, delayed gratification. Understand that building a better future might take some time. It means that you have to build some better habits and slowly but surely work towards a better future. Consistency equals results. The second thing is you've got to assume responsibility for your situation. Take responsibility. The quicker you can do this, the better. It's not about blaming the past or anything like that. It's just about taking responsibility where you are. And that's it. The third thing is dedication to the truth. That is just accepting reality for how it is. This is a really important point, because if you're not accepting reality, you're kind of hiding from it, and maybe you're conjuring up some other truth to try and mask the pain. That's not actually helpful, right? The best thing you can do is accept reality for how it is. Like, you know, the sooner you can be truthful about your situation, the better. And then you can face it. You want to actually face the truth and go through it. And the fourth thing is understand that balancing is important, right? You're not going to change this situation overnight. And balance means not going too extreme in either situation. It means not doing absolutely nothing and not trying to do everything in one day, right? And this is where I always talk about choosing 3 small things a day that you can work towards to improve your situation. That is, what 3 things can I do today that can improve my life? And this is where, in all my videos, I always have this 3-step system. It's what I've been doing myself for years now to improve my own situation and to help others. The first is to define a new identity, right? If you need to change something, who is the person that you need to become, right? What is that identity? You need to define that, and you've got to dig deep and figure out who you need to be. The second thing is you've got to create some meaningful goals that are going to reach that identity, right? What do they look like, and what are the things that you have to do to get there? And then the third thing is you've got to take daily action. You've got to track that daily action. What are the top 3 things that you can do each day? Small, continuous, focused blocks of time. And those 3 things, I talk about it in my video, but I've also put them into the Journal for Goal Achievement. This is mine journal. Now, you don't have to get this. This is just a way of recording it, but it is structured in that way. The good thing is, once you do start to record it, you can start to measure backwards and you can see growth over time. And this helps you to build hope, because hope isn't about positive thinking, right? It's about progress, small daily progress. You're not trying to do everything in one day, and you've got to understand that consistency and that discipline is what's going to get you there. So just remember, right, hard times don't last. You are not defined by your current situation. With the right mindset, developing the right habits and the right systems, you can push through and build a better future. Now, if you want to take a look at my journal, the link's down below. This will help guide you through it, a place to record everything we talked about. But more importantly, you need to start today, right? Just choose 3 small things each day, be consistent, and keep that hope alive. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe. See you all next time.